Hi guys, this is Rose Milano, style and beauty writer here at Us Weekly, and today we have T3 celebrity hairstylist David Lopez with us.
Hi guys! I love the clap from the audience.
And we are really excited to have him here because, as you probably know, he is the genius behind Chrissy Teigen's beautiful beach waves.
There are many geniuses behind her beautiful beach waves, but yes, I am one of them.
And he's going to recreate them for us here today on my head. So
let me get you started. So what we're going to do is do a style that's really good for summer right now. It's really hot in New York City.
Yes,
if you're in the East Coast, it's so muggy, so hot. And for those days, if you're someone like Rose here, has this beautiful thick hair, you want to look really cute. So what's your ideal, your go-to? You're like, I'm going to throw my hair up in a ponytail. But the ponytail just looks kind of sloppy. It doesn't look what I call on purpose. So how do you make that ponytail look on purpose, utilizing those amazing beach waves with some wonderful tools from T3 that I have here with some amazing products from Kenra? I'm really going to show you how to do this. And this is a style I did for Chrissy Teigen last year, and it was a really big hit for me anyway and on my social media. So I want to recreate it. It's very quick and very easy. So first I want to get started with, if you're going to do a ponytail, a lot of times you're going to go and you put your hair in a ponytail and you feel like, I just want to get my hair out of my face. But if you want something that's going to last all day, the key to that is blow drying the ponytail into shape. So say this is your second day hair. What you want to do is spray a little bit of product into your hair, or just have your hair as it is already, and take your blow dryer. And what you want to do, it's going to be loud for a minute. So what you want to do is actually take your hair, and Rose, just turn your head to the side for me, and I don't know if you can hear me, but what you want to do is basically direct your hair up into the shape of the ponytail. That's just going to help that shape last a little bit longer, look a little bit smoother as well. You want to make sure you're using the concentrator attachment on the blow dryer as well. And you want to get that shape in there. That's also really going to help with these flyaways that you get. If you girls are watching, you know when you're doing your ponytail, you get all these little baby hairs and flyaways. You're like, and you're just like bobby. Sometimes I walk down the street, I see like 10 bobby pins like lined up the back, just like holding up all your baby hairs.
it's tragic.
It is tragedy. And I'm just like, girl, just use your blow dryer and get it together. I don't actually say that, I say it in my head. So that's the first step. So now that I've done that, what I want to do is just take a brush. So I'm just going to take one of these Olivia Garden brushes here, and I'm going to put the hair up into a ponytail. Now, if you want it to be super effortless, you can use your hands. But what I find is that if you first start with the brush, you're going to get, again, that shape really goes into place. Now, it's funny because it's a ponytail, so you're thinking, David, it's a ponytail. Like, it's not that hard. I do it every day. But again, making it look on purpose, these small little steps that you can take to make it look on purpose and look really chic and effortless is really the key here. So I just start brushing the hair up. Then what I'll do is actually use my fingers to break up that texture. So then I'll start gathering, because if you just use your fingers, you're not going to really get that shape of the ponytail. You really want to make sure that you use your fingers to break up any of that, how clean it got with the brush. You want to break that up. So I'm just going to gather the hair up, get it nice and smooth. So I'm going to turn you profile, Rose, so we can see. Now here's a good guide for your ponytail, because a lot of times either the ponytails are too high, too low. How do you know? Here's a foolproof way. What you want to do, and I'll use a comb to really kind of show you, you want to line it up with your jaw. So if you line it up with your jawbone right here, following all the way up, it creates a nice symmetrical line, and it really elongates everything, so it gives you this kind of like uplifted, like mini facelift effect, which is really nice. So it's nice if you can really...
That sounds really nice.
It sounds really nice, I know. So what you'll do is just take it, the jawline right there, and bring it all the way up, and just use that as your guide. So you can do that with just your hands, looking in the mirror, kind of looking off to the side, making sure you're getting that nice strong shape. A lot of you do that already on your own. You probably don't even notice that you do it, but it's nice to get that in there. And if you guys have any questions as I'm going about anything, even if it's not about the ponytail, you can comment below. I'll answer them. I'm 31, I'm an Aquarius. Okay. So also, you want to embrace the flyaway. So a lot of times we're seeing these flyaways, we're like fighting them. Embrace the frizz, embrace the flyaways, especially in the summertime. you want it to work for you and not have you fight it all day. So what I'll do is actually go ahead and just pull some of these little baby hairs out. It makes it look really soft and romantic, and that's what I really love about that look. And that's what's so sweet about Chrissy's ponytails and her updos too. There's always this element of just kind of this undone feature, and it makes it look really cool and chic, like you're not trying too hard, but it still looks really sexy at the same time.
I know that no ponytail I've ever made looks like Chrissy Teigen's ponytail. That is for sure. So,
okay.
How would you say you know from like good flyaways to bad flyaways? What kind of flyaway?
You know, it is definitely a matter of perspective. You can definitely push the limits. But if you ever look at any of my editorial work or you look at any red carpets, I mean, you can really push it far. It's all about how you carry it. And it's all about, does the ponytail itself look on purpose? You can kind of play with how many flyaways you want.
Yeah.
If you find that around your face, Rose, you have really beautiful flyaways, believe it or not.
Thank you.
That is a thing, to have beautiful flyaways. If you notice on the side that you don't have any of this where it's very long, I definitely wouldn't play with that. So if these little side hairs right here don't fall out or they just kind of really long, it can look a little bit sloppy. So what you really want to focus on are all these little baby hairs. So a lot of times I'll have someone say to my chick, oh, my baby hairs, I'm like, love your baby hairs. Embrace your baby hairs. Like, they're there for a reason. Look how sweet and angelic they are. Okay, so I'll just push those down just like that. So then the ponytail itself is very simple. You can use a couple of things, a hair tie, one of these little hair ties. I've also used some of these little bungees before, if you haven't seen these before. If we can maybe get a little close on the bungee, probably not. So we have a little bungee here. I can use that as well. I'm just going to use one of these rubber ones here for now, just to kind of get the ponytail into place, especially, again, Rose has a little bit thicker hair, and it's a little bit more slippery, so I want to make sure that I get the hair to really last and stay. Rose, do you have any questions?
You know, I have the benefit of being able to watch you a little bit in the monitor, and I am just mesmerized thinking of all the ridiculous things I do on a daily basis that I shouldn't be doing. But well, I'm sure you're going to answer this soon enough. But I guess I'm sort of curious. The one thing that Chrissy always has is a ton of volume.
Right.
Is that natural? Are you putting extensions in there? What is even happening?
I mean, well,
it just looks like a crazy masterpiece.
Right, no. So, you know, Chrissy's very honest about her extensions, and she's posted pictures of her extensions.
Right.
Priscilla does her extensions a lot of times, and they're beautiful. So, and a lot of my work and editorial work and other celebrities, there's a lot of clip-ins there. There's a lot of extensions happening. But you are one of the very few and lucky ones that don't need to focus on it. Because look at how thick that you guys, if anyone watching, look at this amount of hair in her ponytail. This is all real. This is all natural, which I'm very jealous of.
Oh, I thank you.
I don't know. I'm like getting to that age where I think I'm losing my hair, and I stare at it every morning, and I'm like, am I losing my hair? What's happening?
That's a conversation I have every morning when I look at the bathroom floor, so.
You know what? I will tell you, like, a lot of times you wash your hair, and as you're rinsing it out, you're like, look at all this mounds of hair that are in my hands.
Literally balding.
Well, here's something. If you really think you're losing hair, you're really convinced, what you can do, this is a really gross experiment, but what you can do is every time you do it at around the same time. If the ball of hair is growing bigger over time, kind of think about it in your head, or just keep them, which sounds really gross, then maybe you should think about that maybe you are kind of like losing your hair a little bit. But if it's staying the same, it's pretty consistent, it's fine. And if you wear your hair up all the time, or if it's curly, then it's fine. It's fine.
I love the idea of keeping it from day to day in like tiny little plastic bags.
I know. I had someone do it. You know, I got the idea because I actually had a client do that. She was like, I saved all my hairballs and they're getting bigger and bigger. I was like, well, I don't know.
You also look like you have a very lovely, thick head of hair. So,
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're getting off track. We're talking about me too much. And we're talking about a ponytail. Okay, so what I want to do here is how to make a ponytail look on purpose. So now we've had the ponytail in place. What I want to do is spray a little bit of hairspray into the ponytail just to give it some texture.
Yeah.
So now what I'm going to do is use a 1-inch clip. Now this is the 1-inch clip from T3. It's part of the convertible collection. So it's an interchangeable barrel, but this is the 1-inch clip one. So
Can you all notice how gorgeous this rose gold is
so
right here? Because
pretty.
I'm obsessed with it.
Well, you know, every time I bring this to set or a celebrity sees it or anything, they're just so obsessed with it because of how it looks. But then I'm like, but it works too.
Which
it's
is
incredible.
Probably important.
It's incredible. Yeah. Well, it's important to think about because you think about the tools that you're using. You have to think about the technologies that's in them. So you might think to yourself like, is it worth spending the money on something that's expensive? And it really is, especially if you're someone that uses your hot tool every single day. You want to make sure that you invest in something that's going to protect your hair and give your hair healthier heat, and that you don't have to do it over and over again. T3 has something called single pass technology, so we only have to do it only one pass, and then it's done. So what I'm going to do is use the 1-inch clip here, and what I'll do is take random sections and just loosely wrap it around the barrel. Because right now we just want to give it a little bit of texture, because I could just leave your hair in this ponytail and it's cute and it's fine, but again, this is about creating that volume. This is about creating something really fun that can really wear day to night. So I'm just getting that really nice loose wave like that.
How do you take it from day to night? Is there anything you would do a little differently for a daytime look versus an evening look?
Well, it depends on where you're going at night, too. If you're going out for dinner with friends, you're going to a nice, cool place, just make the ponytail even bigger. Put even more dry texture spray. Make even the curls a little bit tighter if you wanted to. Make it a little bit bigger. It reminds me of a lot of times, I haven't done her hair, but J-Lo does a really fun ponytail often as well. Like a really big, full pony. And you can, I mean, you're seeing it on the red carpet. You're seeing it everywhere. You're seeing on the runways. It's being seen everywhere. Now, as I'm doing this, as you guys can see, as I wrap, it creates this really nice loose wave. Now, you can see as I pull on it, it's not going anywhere. So you want to make sure that that wave is really nicely, I don't want to say baked, but make sure it's really in the hair. So I'll turn your head to the side, because this is the texture that we want to start seeing. Yeah, let's work from the side now. So around the perimeter of your ponytail, meaning the part that you see up here, you want to take a little bit smaller section. So I'm taking about 1 inch, let's say 1 inch square. So I'm just taking a little bit smaller sections. Now when I get to the meat of the ponytail, when I get to the inside, I can take much larger sections, and that makes it a lot easier.
What are some other summer hairstyles that you're loving?
Braids. I'm obsessed with braids. And I was just on a flight, and the flight attendant had her hair in these really cool, intricate, like French braid. I'm like, where did you learn how to do that? She's like, I've been watching YouTube videos. I'm like, yes, because again, braids are really, especially in the summer, are a really great way to keep your hair off your face, a way to keep your hair up. And you can also utilize it the next day. If you have just one single braid, you can actually take it down and enjoy the benefits of the wave that you created with the braid.
How do you extend the life of a braid, keeping the braid actually in as opposed to taking it out and having those waves for an extra day or two?
You want to make sure that maybe you're using a product. So what I like to do is after I do the braid, I'll spray something like a dry texture spray into the braid and just kind of fluff it up a little bit. That gives it a lot of hold, and that gives it a lot of texture as well. So it's better as it keeps, maybe for second day, actually looks even better. So I think we have a question.
We do. From Devin. Devin is curious about your favorite hairstyle that you've ever created.
My favorite hairstyle that I've ever created. Probably, I would say like on a celebrity. On Chrissy, I did her hair for like a charity event, and we did this like really cool severe side part and like this really deep S-wave. You can see it on my Instagram, shameless plug, at David Lopez Hair. That was a really good one. I still honestly look at that picture, I'm like, man, that is good hair.
There's so many gorgeous pictures on David's Instagram. You need to go look for inspiration. Anyway.
I mean, you said it, not me. So totally just really quickly to get back. So I'm taking, as I get to the meat, I'm taking really large sections, so I don't have to focus on such small sections. Other favorite hairstyles. You know, I did a music video with Anne Hathaway, Kristen Stewart, and Brie Larson, who recently won the Oscar. And I got to do their hair as girls with these really cool beachy waves. And I did this like really fun kind of 80s mohawk thing on Anne. And then I transitioned them all into boys.
Oh, yes. And I recall this for, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the name of the musician. I'm sorry.
I did it. And I, Jenny, she was, I know. And that's really embarrassing.
Yes, and they were all in white suits and they all looked amazing.
Yeah, so I turned them all into boys and I put wigs on them. And that hair was really fun because Kristen Stewart had this really funny, like, mullet wig, and Anne did too. And Anne actually gave herself I clipped in a rat tail under her, and she like braided. She was obsessed with the rat tail. That was really fun. I loved that.
She
one.
Like, I'm taking this rat tail.
She basically did, yeah. So that was cool.
We have another question from Stephanie. What is your favorite hot tool for curly hair?
Oh, Stephanie, good question. So it depends on what you're using it for. So your favorite hot tool for curly hair, if you're straightening your hair, there's a couple answers to this, Stephanie. So if you're straightening your hair, you want to use a really good flat iron. I am particular to the T3 Single Pass Luxe. I have it here, actually. It's beautiful. I'm going to pause for a minute because you have to see it, because if you guys don't see this, it is such a loss because it is so beautiful. Similar to this 1 inch here. So this is the Single Pass Luxe. So this is something that is really great to use. It's my favorite thing, again, for curly hair because you only have to do it once and it straightens the hair, smooths it out. It's also, I call it a styling iron, not a flat iron, because I do so many different things with this. I create waves, I create curls, I create S-bends, so many different things with this. Now to blow out your hair, this Luxe 2 is actually perfect for this. So in terms of hot tools, you want to make sure that you use something a really good blow dryer like this. The negative ions really help smooth the hair, give it a lot of shine. So those are some of my favorites. So I'm just going to finish up this ponytail. So I've created a lot of texture here. Now what I want to do is just brush it out. The ponytail actually doesn't take a long time. It's just I'm talking a lot, so I'm just brushing it out. I'm going to give it.
Which we appreciate. We need all these secrets.
Yeah, I'm giving away all my trade secrets. I'm not going to have a job anymore, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to go into here, and what I do is just tease the base of the ponytail, so on the inside. Very quick and easy. Don't worry about making it neat. All you're trying to do is build in that volume. Build in that volume into the ponytail.
Channel your inner cousin It.
You channel your inner cousin It. I just watched The Ring recently. It reminds me of that as well. I actually watched that, and I was kind of obsessed with her hair, and I was like, how do I recreate, make it fashion? Okay, so I've done that. So now I see I built in that volume on the inside. You want to smooth out the outer parts. Now what I'm doing is applying a dry texture spray. This is from Kenra. I'm just applying a little bit of dry texture spray into the inside of the ponytail. So turn your head to the side for me. Into the inside of the ponytail. The dry texture spray just really helps create that volume that's happening there.
And even though there's a wave around me, it feels like you're not using so much.
T3 too with this curling iron is because this curl's not going to drop at any time, especially if I'm doing red carpets. I have to make sure that when I curl someone's hair, it lasts, hence why they're my favorite tools. So I've created that volume. It's fun to do this without a mirror in front of me. Okay, now the final step. This is the final step that you want to make sure you do because it makes the ponytail on purpose.
What do you say on purpose? Casually on purpose.
So the reason I say on purpose is because like there's a big difference between seeing your ponytail holder and not seeing your ponytail holder. It makes it look really chic when you hide it. So what you'll do is just to take a piece from the bottom and you're going to take it up and around and just hide that ponytail holder. And now all of a sudden you look like a celebrity ready for the red carpet.
Can I say I've attempted to do this on myself many times and I feel like I never wrap it to the right place that I wanted to get the pin in the right place, so you don't see that either.
I just did it.
Well,
so what you want to do...
You are a master, but for us amateur hours at home, where should we be like pulling it to like make sure it's like right under and you really don't see anything?
So start from the bottom, okay? And then you're going to wrap it around. And wherever it ends, honestly, it's fine as long as you pin it into place. What I prefer is to use these kind of hairpins like this versus a bobby pin.
Okay.
The hairpins are much easier to kind of slide in and really hold the hair in place. If you want to make it extra secure, you can use a bobby pin, but it's just these little hairpins like this.
A little bit looser.
They're a little bit looser. They're really great for updos, and believe it or not, they hold really, really well. So this is what you want to use. So I'm just going to put 2 or 3 in there just to hold that in place. It's super secure. Now, if I was doing this ponytail, like on Chrissy, I actually used the styling iron. I actually used the single pass Luxe and actually created S-waves as well.
And you're just...
I created multiple textures, right. So I just went in and kind of did, I'll show you a little. I think this is off. Yes, it is. But
Remy would like you to know that those are the most amazing curls.
Thank you, Remy. That is very nice. Thank you. I need all the positive...
I can't wait to see it.
I need all the positive reinforcement I can get these days. So as you can see, this isn't on, but what I would do is create these S-waves where I just go over and under and over and under to create that S-wave pattern. So I mix in the 2 textures. You don't have to do this at home because you're at home and you want to do this really quickly and easily. You don't have to do that. But I like to do it. And then what I'll do is that at the very end, if you have time and you think like, hey, I want to give myself the extra 5 minutes to get ready, just take really small sections like this and just give them a couple more twists randomly just to kind of build that volume in. And then all of a sudden, it's on purpose. You look so chic and so cool. I'm
Guys,
so
do I look
obsessed.
like Chrissy?
You look exactly like Chrissy.
It's the best day of my life.
I'm going to use a little
so
bit
many
of
goals.
A silkening mist. Turn your head to the side for me. Give them a show here. Look at this pony. Even I'm impressed with this pony.
You should be.
I have being a hairdresser is one of the few jobs in the world you get to can pat yourself on the back every single day. Every single day. And that's it. That is the Summer Pony 2016, inspired by my Chrissy Teigen look. I hope you guys like it. At David Lopez Hair, you can see more of those looks as well.
Gorgeous looks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Bye.
Bye-bye.